Hi folks, and welcome to Impactful Life. My name is Rob, and this channel is dedicated to helping you make an impact so you can lead a full life. Today we're going to start something new, and I am really excited about it. Over the next several weeks, we're going to be taking an in-depth look at Dr. Stephen Covey's best-selling book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Now, this book is so packed with useful information that I didn't feel like one long video was the right way to present it. So we're going to be breaking each habit down into a separate video. This video is the first in our series, and I hope you'll decide to follow along. But right now, just sit tight because we're going to get started right after this. Welcome back. Now let's make an impact. If you already follow this channel, you know that each week we release 3 videos: a book review, a quote, and an action. The book review is designed to discuss and recommend books that we find impactful. The quote is designed to inspire, motivate, and hopefully get you thinking. And the actions give you something to do. Our goal is to help you make an impact and lead a full life. Hence the name Impactful Life. In our last video, I recommended reaching back into your past and rereading a book that you found impactful and see what new insights and understanding you might discover. I decided that it might be a good idea for me to take my own advice, so I went back and took a look at my book collection, and I tried to find a book that had made a real impact on me at the time I read it. I immediately grabbed The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People by Dr. Stephen Covey. Now, you're probably no stranger to this book. I mean, you may even own it because it sold over 25 million copies. You've certainly heard of it before. It's one of the most referenced personal development books of all time. It's on almost every list of must-read, best-selling, most helpful, self-help, and personal growth books of all time. It also shows up time and time again on the personally recommended reading lists of successful and influential people around the world. I read it shortly after it came out in 1989, and I thought it was great, but it sat on my bookshelf alongside a few dozen other books that I've read and held on to, and I haven't opened it since. In deciding to go back and read it, I realized that there is so much impactful information here that I could never cover all of it in one video without making it so long that nobody would watch it. So today, we're embarking on a journey to discuss this powerful book in a series of videos breaking down each of the 7 habits. Today, we're going to set the stage for this series by sharing some of the insights that Dr. Covey discusses in the introduction and overview to the book, and how he makes the case that the 7 habits are not just tips on how to be more effective, but are principle-centered lessons for change, both personally and professionally. Now, I encourage you to grab a copy and join us on this journey because I'm convinced that if you follow along and absorb the information and put it into play in your life, it will truly impact you in a positive and meaningful way. And that's why we're here. So let's get started. This book is the result of Dr. Covey reviewing over 200 years worth of success literature and noticing that there was a significant shift in the last half of the 20th century from an emphasis on character to personality. Early writings on success focused on principles such as honesty, integrity, courage, and justice. And he labeled this philosophy the character ethic, which is the idea that true success and enduring happiness are based on one's principles and habits. In other words, their character. He then noticed that shortly after the 1920s, the emphasis shifted to finding solutions for specific problems, and the focus moved towards social image, personality traits, skills, and techniques that dealt more with attitude than character. He refers to this as the personality ethic. Success became more about one's personality and less about their character. Now, just so you know, Dr. Covey did not see this shift as a good thing. As I was reading this section of the book, it occurred to me that, he wrote this before the internet, before social media, before reality TV, and certainly before selfies. I mean, this shift towards personality being more important than character is more relevant today than it was back in the 70s and 80s when he was researching and putting this book together. If anything, the world we live in today has continued to shift away from principles and character and even more towards emphasis on social image and personality. It seems that we have not taken Dr. Covey's suggestions to heart. Now, over the next few weeks, we're going to try and change that. We may not be able to change the world, but we are going to take a good hard look at these 7 habits and work with you to create a paradigm shift in how you look at the world. This book proposes an inside-out approach, which is the idea that change must start from within each one of us. Now, you've heard me talk about this before, but my goal with this series of videos is to help you not only become more effective, but create a lasting personal transformation. It's a bit ambitious, I'll admit it, and it's going to take some work on your part. But if you're willing to work with me, I believe that by the end of this series of videos, you'll never look at the world the same again. At the very least, you will become much more educated on what it takes to be truly effective. Together, we're going to stop focusing on quick fixes, temporary band-aids, and manipulation techniques, and instead get back to the fundamental roots of true success and happiness. I'm excited because we've never done anything like this before, and I hope you share in my excitement and you come along for the ride. I'll do my best to keep each video in this series impactful and concise. Now, in addition to covering each of the 7 habits in detail, we'll still put out a quote and an action video each week, but they'll build on the habit that we're covering for that week. You don't have to watch them in sequence, but they might make more sense if you do. So get ready, grab your copy of the 7 habits, and start following along. If you don't already own a copy, I will provide you a link in the video description below. I'm really looking forward to the next several weeks, and I hope you are too. Let us know in the comment sections if you're going to be coming along for the ride. So that's it for this week's video. Don't forget to click the little red subscribe button, and please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Feel free to make an impact on someone else by sharing the video, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Also, check out our website where you can read our blog and sign up for our free monthly newsletter. All of those links will be in the description below. Thanks again for watching. Now go make an impact.